Good day, Lasallians, and welcome to English for Academic and Professional Purposes. Now, in this lecture video class, we'll go through some key points that you need to consider in our lesson here, writing the background of the study. So let's get started. As we all know that the introduction part of our research paper is very critical. It's a critical aspect since it provides the rationale of our research paper as well as attracts the reader's interest in our research topic. And I also read that sometimes writing an introduction may be considered as a slow, a difficult, and challenging part of research writing. And it also echoes what Plato said that the beginning is half of the whole. Now, this explains why writing an introduction may be tough sometimes for other people, because as writers and as researchers, we must already sort of provide half of the overall picture of what our research paper is about. Okay, and then if you read your handout class, we also provided there some guidelines, some tips in writing the introduction. And one of the tips that we included there is some following questions that you need to consider as you craft or write your introduction. Questions like, what was I studying? Why was this an important question? What did I know about this topic before I did the study? What model was I testing? And what approach did I take in this study? And as we have our lecture video in the lesson Writing the Background to Study class, we'll discuss the different moves in writing the introduction, a guide in writing the background of the study. And the different moves here, class, we did not make things up here. Okay, so these are not based on our own insights. The different moves are from the CARS model developed by John Swale. And the different moves are somewhat organizational pattern that is used in writing the introduction to scholarly research studies. And that's why we will be adopting this model as you craft, as you write your background of the studies. Now let's get to know the different moves. So we have three in total. We have the move one, establishing a research territory, move two, establishing a niche, and then move three, occupying the niche. So let's discuss them one by one. So talking about the move one, that's establishing a research territory. So what we typically do is just simply establishing the context of our research by providing information, necessary information, or background on our topic. Simple as that. Okay. And to accomplish move one, you have to do the following steps here. So claim importance, make topic generalization, and review items of previous research. So let's try to get to know each step. So to establish move one, class, you need to claim the importance of your research problem. So what you typically do is just simply describe why your research is important, interesting, or relevant. Simple as that. Okay. And some of these are some sentence starters that can guide you. So recently there has been a growing interest, the study of. Okay, so that's the first step, which is claiming importance. You can also have the second step, which is to make topic generalization. And what you typically do is just simply provide statements why, or to statements that would explain the phenomenon, your research topic, or your research problem. Simple as that. Okay, so that's your topic generalization, describing your research problem, the phenomenon. And then the step three here is to introduce prior research. Okay, so what you do here is just simply highlighting what other studies say about your research problem. Okay, and if you also remember what I said earlier, introduction is somewhat letting your readers see half of the whole picture, right? And some of the items that you will review here can also be found sometimes in your RL. Okay, so that's move one class. And let's go to your move two. So move two is establishing a niche. Okay, in move two, what we do here is simply creating a research space. So you're trying to do here is to argue or let your readers know that there is an open niche. When we talk about niche class, it's a space. It's a space that needs to be filled through additional research, and that additional research, is your own investigation. And a niche, again, it's a field that you want to address in your project or in your paper. And to achieve move to class, just simply choose one of the steps here. Just simply choose one. Counterclaiming, indicating a gap, question raising, continuing a tradition. Uh, all of them are familiar to you, right? We had this in our lesson writing the review, the introduction part of your literature review. So counterclaiming, something is wrong, indicating a gap, something is missing, question raising, something is unclear, and continuing a tradition is adding something. So just simply choose one, okay? So let's try to visit some of the sentence starters here. So counterclaiming class, simply trying to highlight an opposing viewpoint or trying to introduce an opposing viewpoint or perspective, and indicating a gap, something you're trying to highlight that something is missing, something that is not being studied in that area of literature. And then raising a question is simply trying to highlight that something is unclear, trying to present a key question about the consequences of gaps in prior research that you want to address in your current study. And take note, class, when you raise a question, you don't raise it directly. We do it indirectly, since if we do it indirectly, it becomes more academic, it becomes more formal, okay? Just like in our example here. And then the fourth one, class, is adding something. So just simply continuing a tradition, extending prior research to further expand or clarify the research problem or the phenomenon. So to use this one, we must use connecting words, signal words to establish connection. So that's your move to class. So just simply choose one of the four here. Counterclaiming, indicating a gap, question raising, continuing a tradition. And we are now into the last move, which is occupying the niche. And this one is not really that complicated, class. So what you will do in move 3 is just simply outlining the nature of your present research. So that's the thing that you will do in your move 3. So I think the relevant steps here are outlining the purpose of your research, and then the third one, indicating the structure of the research paper. But I highly suggest to everybody is just simply have the first one, outline the purpose or state the nature of the present research. Okay, so just simply choose the first step here. Pretty much you'll just simply state the thesis statement of your paper, the general objective of your research paper. Okay, so those are the 3 moves that you will be applying to your background study. So we'll try to go back. So we have your move 1, move 2, and move 3, and make sure to apply them to your background study and then present your background of the study in class. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much, everybody, and God bless.